class 7. I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing great. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue quality from your honeycomb book. So children, in our previous video lesson, we had ended the video lesson at that point where the narrator visited Mr. Gessler and he got himself some shoes ordered, some boots ordered, and then we saw that he found that all the boots fitted him really well. So when he received the order, he checked it, he got the fit, and in shape, in finish and in quality of leather, the boots were marvelous. Okay, so with that we see that they were great shoes, they were marvelous shoes, and he just wrote a check, the amount that he had to pay for the shoes, for the boots, and then we see he ran downstairs to quickly post the check of the amount check to the Gessler brothers. Okay, so now we will continue from there on. A week later, passing the little street, I thought I would go in and tell him how splendidly the new boots fitted. So what happened? We see that he happened to pass by, the narrator happened to pass by the shopkeepers, that means shoemakers shop. Okay, so he thought, why not pay a visit to the amazing artisan, okay, amazing artist. So now he decided to meet up or catch up with Mr. Gessler. I thought I would go in and tell him how splendidly the new boots fitted. So he wanted to tell Mr. Gessler personally how amazing his shoes were. But when I came to where his shop had been, his name was gone. So he reached the place where the signboard of Gessler Brothers was there, the shop. So now the signboard was no longer there, the place, the name had gone somewhere. I went in very much disturbed. So he couldn't understand that why is the name not there. Okay, the name was supposed to stay there, why is it not there? So in the shop there was a young man with an English face. So in the shop he was surprised to see that Mr. Gessler was not there. Instead, there was who? There was a person, a British young fellow, a British young person. Mr. Gessler, he asked the young man, is Mr. Gessler here inside? I said, no sir. He said, no, but we can attend to anything with pleasure. So see, I think someone is already here. So the young man answered, he said, no sir, Mr. Gessler is not here. Instead, if you want us to help something, we can attend to everything. We have taken the shop over. So we have bought the shop from him. So now we are the owner of this place. We are the owner of this shop. Yes, I said, but Mr. Gessler? So he wanted to know what has happened to him. He was curious. He wanted to know why Mr. Gessler was not here. Yes, children, obviously Gessler, you can call it anything. Oh, he answered, dead. So in his low voice he said, the new shop owner said that he is dead. Dead? But I only received these boots from him last Wednesday week. So he said, what are you speaking of? He is dead. How is that possible? Because I received these shoes on my address last week's Wednesday. How he is no more now? Ah, he said, poor old man starved himself. Children, starving means to keep yourself away from food. That means you don't feed yourself properly. Okay, starving. Slow starvation, the doctor called it. So the doctor has said that he died of slow starvation. You see, he went to work in such a way would keep the shop on. Okay, so he used to work day and night. He kept his shop on, that means he always kept it open. Now, wouldn't have a soul touch his boots except himself. So we all know that how much Mr. Gessler loved his boots. He already told us this, that I love my boots. Remember, I love my boots. Yes, with that we know that he was working day and night with his boots. He did not let anyone else touch the boots. That means whatever he used to make or whatever he created, he never let anyone else touch it. When he got an order, it took him such a time. So yes, we know, I told you that our creative things, when we want to create certain things and when we do it with passion, we want every intricate detail, every detail has to be met. You want to take your sweet time. So we know that Mr. Gessler used to work on a single order like very passionately. He loved his job. People won't wait. Yes, children. People are now growing impatient. Yes, we know. Now tell me, what would you prefer? You would go to a buy and shop something, shop a clothes or maybe a dress, shirt, pant, anything if you want. Whether you would buy something which is already made or you prefer going to the tailors and getting yourself stitched. Because yes, that takes time, right? In the shop, you just go, try a stuff, try a cloth, and then you just buy it if it fits you, right? But with custom made things, when you are ordering with your correct size or custom designing it, it takes time. Like you know how many days he used to take, like 14 days and all. So the new shop owner is saying that he took so much of time and people never wanted to wait. They just went to the shop, the big brands, the people who were marketing, and they used to buy it from them. Yes. Now, he lost everybody. Yes, he lost all the customers. And there he would sit going on and on. So he would take a single, like without food, he used to continue working on some boots. I will say that for him, not a man in London made a better boot. So he said, the shop owner is also accepting that no one in London, in the whole London, made better boots than Mr. Gessler or Gessler brothers. But look at the competition. He said, because we are moving ahead of time, we need to do everything quickly, people have lost their patience, so everyone needs to hurry up in their thing. There is so much competition that he could not have survived the competition. He never advertised. Yes, this was the thing we had heard before also, right? From Mr. Gessler's mouth. He said that there was so much competition. People who are selling shoes or boots get it through advertisement, right? Would have the best leather too and do it all himself. So he had the best leather. We know how he loved his leather, how he chose it himself. And well, there it is. What could you expect with his ideas? So he died of slow starvation. He did not have enough food to eat, or even if he had, he loved his job so much that he invested all his time in this work. Okay, but starvation, that may be a little bit flowery as the saying is, but I know myself, he was sitting over his boots day and night. Yes, he did not take time out to feed himself. To the very last, you see, I used to watch him. So the shop owner is saying, I used to watch him. He used to sit with the work, with all his time. He used to make shoes only. Never gave himself time to eat. Never had a penny in the house. So there was no money because, you know, also I told you that his business was not flourishing. It was degrading only. All went in rent and leather. So he had to buy leather to make shoes, and the rest of the money went in the rent for the shop. How he lived so long, I don't know. So he is saying that this was even late for him to depart, his soul to depart. But with those working conditions, with not feeding yourself, he could not have survived for long. He was a, okay, now I don't know. He regularly let his fire go out. Yes, children, in cold countries like London, you need to have proper warmth in your place, right? Wherever you are sitting or wherever you are working. So, you know that they have a special place for fire because they need to burn wood and they'll be getting warmth from the wood burning. So, he did not have money to buy wood even. He used to sit in cold, and that may have frozen him, or that may have taken bad effects, means must have caused repercussions to his health. Okay, he was a character. He said that new shop owner said that he was very different. He was something different. No one was like him, but he made good boots. Yes, I said he made good boots. Yes, children. So with this, we are done with this chapter's explanation. And children, I have already told you that I will be sharing the PDF of this chapter and trees chapter. But let me finish the explanation. I will be giving you the meanings and question answer in PDF format because we do not have much time. Now let me move ahead with trees also in this chapter because it's really short chapter. Take a few minutes to tell one another the names of trees that you know or have heard of. So let me change the chapter's name because we are on trees now. This is the 5th poem of your syllabus. So, trees. Yes, this is a poem. Okay, by Shirley Bear. Okay. Now, let's get started. You must have seen trees around you, right? Lots and lots of it. But yes, we should plant more and cut less. Now, let's get started. Trees. Take a few minutes to tell one another the names of trees that you know or have heard of. Mention the things trees give us. So, in your science classes, everywhere actually you have learnt about trees, their variety, their kinds. Then read this poem about trees. Okay? Trees are for birds. Trees are for children. Trees are to make tree houses in. Trees are to swing swings on. Trees are for the wind to blow through. Trees are to hide behind in hide and seek. Trees are to have tea parties under. Trees are for kites to get caught in. Trees are to make cool shade in summer. Trees are to make no shade in winter. Trees are for apples to grow on and pears. Trees are to chop down and call timber. Trees make mother say, what a lovely picture to paint. Trees make fathers say, what a lot of leaves to rake this for. Yes, so yes children, we can see it is a very sweet poem and a very short one. But we know here children, you won't be needing much explanation. The language is very simple. Shirley Bear has used a very simple language here. So what do you feel that trees give us, right? Most importantly for human beings, trees are necessary for our survival. Why? Because only trees can produce natural oxygen. I'm not talking about the laboratory method of preparing oxygen, but I'm talking about the natural way, right? Trees have this capability to produce oxygen, and you know human beings are living on oxygen, right? So the most important thing has to be our breathing because we breathe oxygen. But is it limited to that only? No, right? We know that trees are for birds because birds make nest on it, right? they dwell on it. Like we have our houses made of bricks, mud, cement, stones. Yes, trees have their houses made of, their nests made of grasses, haze, leaves. Okay. Now trees are for children. How? Trees, when the trees are there, children like to play around it. They will be enjoying the trees. They will be playing under it. They will be like plucking flowers and obviously fruits when they wish to. They climb on the branches. They swing on it. They enjoy it. Trees are to make tree houses in. Yes, you might have heard about tree houses. Yes, some wooden structure, wooden houses are set on trees, and obviously people enjoy staying in tree houses. Now trees are to swing swings on. Yes, where are you going to place your swings and get yourself swinging? On trees, right? You put the rope, you hang the rope and the base of the swing onto the tree, and then you enjoy the nature, you enjoy the wind, you enjoy the weather actually, and you are good to go, like your mood is up. Now, trees are for the winds to blow through. Yes, children, when winds blow, they cross or they strike along the leaves, along the branches, along the trunk of the tree, and then it like produces what? Breezes, good and what? Oxygenated breeze, like friendly, fresh air. Trees are to hide behind in hide and seek. Yes, when we play, when you used to play, or when you play, like when you play with your brothers, sisters, siblings, friends, then you hide behind what? A tree. Yes? Trees are to have tea parties under. Yes? When you are really exhausted after the day, when you are tired, when the sun is too hot, and when you are relaxing in the evening, and your parents or you or your friends want to meet up and have some good conversations, that is kind of tea party. So you relax under a tree, get your seats there, you get comfortable under a tree, and then you may just get your perfect sip of coffee or tea. Yes, trees are for kites to get caught in. Yes, that's a pathetic scene, I know. When your kites fall and when when it's snapped and when it falls, it gets stuck. It gets tangled in the branches of the tree. Yes, in class 6 you might have read the poem The Kite, right? So now we can see trees are to make cool shade in summer. Yes, whenever you are out in the sun, what do you look for? You look for a tree to rest under it, to get some shade, right? So trees are to make no shade in winter. So why? Because obviously we need the sun. So trees are required to not make any shade in the winter. Because how? Because they have lost the leaves. We know in autumn, just the preceding season, just before winter, we have what? Autumn. So it won't be having any leaves, and leaves are particularly responsible for the shade created by trees, right? So no leaves and no shade, right? Trees are for apples to grow on. Yes, they bear fruits. They give us what? They bear fruits and they give us flowers, fruits, every kind. Yes, very essential, very necessary. And pears, yes, pears and apples. Trees are to chop down and call timber. Yes, important for making furniture. So they give us what? They give us timber, they give us their wood, so that we can prepare what? We can make furnitures and several things that are made of wood are luxurious items. Trees make mothers say. What do mothers say when they look at trees? Trees, what a lovely picture to paint. So when we are painting, like when our mothers see some amazing trees, they will say this is such a perfect picture to be painted. Now trees make fathers say. What do fathers say? What a lot of leaves to rake this fall. So now father will say what? because there are so many leaves, right? So many number of them. So it will be what? It will be raking this fall. That means what? That it's falling. So many leaves are there that it's falling now. Yes. Now children, with this we have finished the explanation of the two texts. I told you I will be sharing the PDF with you, and then we will be moving ahead with your grammar so that you can quickly start revising your lessons and you can be well prepared until your half-yearly examination. Yes. So we are done for today. We will meet again with your grammar lesson. Till then children, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.